working on that.
Got like all the materials, and that seems to really like excite people.
The results that were in the bulletin, I mean, we had the support of our pastor, and over the years, the activities that we did, I think, fostered community. And because of that, we've been able to maintain that, that group. And I think being a group rather than just an individual helps to foster an ongoing community that continues to be supported by whatever priest happens to be in the parish. I think regular meetings are really important. And people need to get a sense that they're doing something important, and that through the continuity from month to month, it helps to build community and helps to build relationships between people. So in addition to that, the other thing was at least occasionally to meet and eat together. We've had solidarity meals where we just had a bowl of soup with some readings on social justice.
You know, our chair is very good. He, tries to incorporate things so that we're all included. And he knows this is my biggest fear, but he knows I also want to do it. So he structured the meetings that during sharing time, we always have the first components of sharing time, that, it's an opportunity for learning. So now we take turns speaking, almost like a Toastmaster kind of thing. And you just talk about whatever you want, your experience, anything. So we started, last year it was a minute. This year is like 3 minutes talking, in front of your group, and eventually, you start building your confidence. So when you go and approach someone, you have a little bit more confidence.
And are starting to develop through the support of the membership leadership grants a series of leadership boot camps. And so we had our first run in April where we really focused on presentation skills and giving youth the tools and the confidence and the opportunity to, in a safe environment, practice giving presentations about topics that they're passionate about. And hearing back from the youth, they really enjoyed the experience and really took a lot away as far as gaining their own confidence and gaining skills, but also that just opened the door for all these other things that they're now interested in.
What we decided to do is to give some priority to developing leadership skills in our members. So we've got members signed up, and we decided to do a workshop called the Tree of Catholic Social Teaching. And the workshop really is a broad overview of what the Catholic Church teaches about social justice, and it's based on documents of the Church. So we ran that workshop back in November, and we had 40 people come out for the workshop for a full day, and it was very successful. We were very pleased. We motivated a lot of people to sign up to do some work in their parishes in development and peace. And then we brought the workshop on the road.
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to answer 2 questions. Okay, what does a democratic group look like? And what does it feel like when I'm in one? After you've had your discussion, we would like you to design a skit.
Right, okay, all right. Well, I'd hoped for a bigger turnout, but we'll have to work with the people we have. Okay, so I have thought about this last night, and I have planned the picnic. Okay, so, excuse me. Thank you. Could you please be in charge of getting the sausages?
Excuse me, I just have to leave.
Excuse me, ladies? Thank you. Okay, everything has been decided. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Freeze! Has this ever happened to you? Well, we have this new and improved form of democratic meetings.
It's wonderful to see you all. Oh, ladies. Oh, and Bob. Good to see you, my friend. Just thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to be present with you. There's more than two of us here, so that means we're gathered in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, now, I have heard you folks discussing about the possibility of a parish picnic.
Madam Chair, we talked as a group and that was decided.
I went away feeling like that was, I mean, we decided that, we made a decision.
You know, we carried on, a few of us carried on a discussion afterwards.
Lots of good ideas. Who were the few?
Well, there were three of us that we stayed behind, and there was just, we had to make a few changes because we...
Estella's had loads of experience. She's been on this committee
So
for 15
basically,
years.
we've wasted our time doing the job that this committee asked us to do.
Well, we valued your input. We thought those were good suggestions that you had.
Suggestions? It was more than that.
We thought those were great ideas, really. We thank you for
I don't think
advising
it works
us.
like that at all.
Larry.
Okay. Something's wrong. What's going on here? Come on back, please, Larry.
The point of the skit that Estella and I were in was that the chairperson was a chair of a situation. She thought there was a consensus because it looked like a consensus.
I was just going to say, working with Robert's rules, I think the one thing I enjoy with that is that, yes, there is a certain amount of control, though it's not controlling. There's some direction in it.
In my group, I was not a mean-spirited person, but was a person that was not thinking about the opinions of the others.
Have an obligation not to put everything on the leader. You know, that, okay, that's the leader, they know how to conduct the meeting.
Sometimes groups like that because it gets them off the hook and they don't have to take any responsibility. For the democracy to happen, all members should be responsible and all members should make an effort for the consensus to happen.
It's good to know both the Roberts Rules model and the consensus model and to be able to move from one to the other as the situation may require.
I'm going to start off by greeting you by saying Tansi, which is Cree for hello, because many of the people in our diocese are Cree speakers and English. Bonjour. We also have people who speak French in our diocese also. So isolation is a big issue for me because I am the only one in this diocese which goes from Alberta, Saskatchewan border, across Manitoba, touching into Ontario. Some of our areas you can only go to by plane, others you can go to by winter road, and the rest of the time they're isolated. So communication is a big issue, but the other thing that we've had more recently that's happened there is the fact that they really have come into the modern age. Many of them do have email.
Like June, there is no access almost from the east to the west to the north to the south from our diocese. I'm what you call the bishop representative for development and peace. There is no other communication besides that. What I feel that we're like development and peace is a movement, so it's like a roller coaster. You'll have people that are representative that you know of that a city is very active, a village is very active for a little while. So this is how I feel that it goes like this. So you have people that goes in and out and in and out, and that's what keeps us going is because we know that even though we're in a low spot, we'll be in a high spot pretty soon.
The other thing that's been very effective in recruitment and in encouraging the work in the various areas is to take part in ecumenical work, particularly through what used to be called 10 Days for Global Justice and is now Kairos.
So for years they've been having a soup and bun event where they raise money for development and peace. The youth put it on. And so doing it in conjunction with that event, we were able to have about, I don't know how many, there are 75 youth in their youth program. And a number of them were there baking buns and so on throughout the day. And then we served soup afterwards, but we built the workshop in between, involving a lot of the youth leaders as well as parishioners. And then the youth got involved in the skits portion of the workshop. So it was very successful.